92 and you attempted 2 sports in a day.
Cool.
Did it. You were in Miami. Then you went to play
Right.
for the Braves in LCS.
Right.
Tell me that story and how that even happened.
That happened because I had a football contract that I had to uphold, and I wanted to uphold because my football teammates is something that I was contracted to play as soon as the baseball season was over. So the playoffs, just being there was just extra for the Braves because my contract was over. So I was just going over there just to help my teammates. So I should have been playing football the whole time. So I'm sitting on the bench for 9 innings, and I'm sitting up there trying to reconcile in my mind, this ain't right. My guy's getting ready to go play Dan Marino and all those wonderful receivers, and I'm sitting on the bench for 9 innings. That ain't right. So I said, I got to go. I got to play with my guys. Mm-hmm. So they made transportation. Nike did, of course, and I was able to get there and get back well before the game was going to start. They weren't going to play me anyway, right. And I knew that, and they didn't play me anyway. So I actually didn't play 2 sports on the same day. I showed up
to two,
and played in 1, and we lost, but we probably would have lost by much more than we lost by with the Falcons. But just being there for my team was everything to me. It put me in tears because when I got on the bus, they didn't see me the night before. I think I got there at 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning. But when I got on that bus that next morning, they applauded. And that broke me because it was like their way of saying, thank you, my dog. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it. And that was one of the most touching moments I've ever had in sports, that when those teammates applauded.
What do you think about that moment made it so special?
Love. They showed me love. Mm-hmm. They showed me love because they know I didn't have to. Mm-hmm. And they know everybody would have understood if I didn't come because I had a bigger fish over here in the playoffs. Because the playoff regular season game, you can't compare the two at that time, but I did because I was more needed in football.
It seems like, and from what I've heard when I've talked to people might have whatever words to say about you, but there's nobody that says you're a bad teammate.
Oh, because I wasn't. Mm-hmm. If they did, they lied, or it's something underlining in there. Yeah, it's just something else that transpired that they don't want to talk about in that. Mm-hmm. So I've never been that, and I've never spoken negatively to my opponents. I was known for talking and being brash, and I wasn't. I never talked to my opponents. I never naysayed my opponents. I never downed my opponents or ridiculed them. Never whatsoever.
I never talked.
Trash talk. My game was too loud. Both of us couldn't talk. My game was so loud, baby, we couldn't talk at the same time. Never. I never talked junk to nobody. I didn't believe in that. I believed that man worked his butt off to be in the NFL. How can I down him? Mm-hmm. And then this was my philosophy as well. Why would I trash talk or down my opponent? If I'm going to do anything, just being the psychological aspect of it, I'm going to lift you and lift you and lift you and elevate you so that when I whoop you, I'm whooping a king and a giant, not a peasant. If I down you and bring you down and I whoop you, they're going to say, you were supposed to do that. But no. I wanted to lift you up and then go get you. Mm-hmm. That was my thought process.
And that also probably made it a lot sweeter, too.
Yeah, yes, it did.
Mm-hmm.